What's the name of the podcast, Ethan?
I don't fucking know.
Yeah, it's not comedy.
It's not going to be a podcast. It's going to be a fucking train wreck.
I wouldn't say that.
Here's the podcast. We got your little brother Jay on today.
Some words might be said.
Some bad words.
The N-word might come out.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe. We'll see. We got to get him on a rant.
Yeah.
Jay's like the king of rants.
Yeah.
And
Get me
we got
fired
our
up.
friend Jolsen. He is a listener, isn't he? He's a fan.
He listens to it. I don't know why, but he does.
Yeah, I don't know why any of you guys are listening to this. You know who the 3 years are.
Three's probably an exaggeration, but Jolsen's one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy.
He's a listener.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy. That's my jam, sitting at work, laughing my ass off. And everyone's like, what are you laughing about? I'm like, I can't tell you. Like half the content is just, I work with old biddies, so they're just like, do you want to hear about how a guy shits into like a, was it, like a little sign, and then poo comes up and then goes back where he's trying to shove beer up his ass? Because sure as shit that, you know, little old Mary over there doesn't want a bar of it.
Because she's never done a butt chug.
No.
She'll never know how because she doesn't listen to this.
Fucking pussy.
Her
That's what
loss.
she is. Fuck Mary.
Are you going to make instructional videos on how to butt chug now?
Oh, man, that would be a good one. Roll that.
Well, it's YouTube. It can be educational, can't it?
Yeah, exactly.
And it can't even be demonetized if it's educational, I think.
Oh, that's awesome.
Let's push the boundaries to this.
Yeah. I was saying that I want to make my own cooking show last week where I just do it all in the nude, wearing nothing but an apron.
Yeah.
Like just, and my,
How to cook potato with a potato.
it's just like 101 ways to cook potatoes.
By the cooked potato.
By the cooked potato.
The carbohydrate chef.
Meat and potatoes.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
And for like the very last episode, you just make a pudding.
Potato pudding. I climb out of a giant potato pudding.
Danny
everyone-
DeVito style.
Yeah,
It's
and
covered in lube.
Yeah. Everyone gets to see my dick finally.
That's the grand finale.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so hungover. Holy
Do
shit.
you want to get drunk tonight, Jolsen?
No. I will throw up my kidneys and my liver and the rest of my internal organs.
Send you back
Do you want
down
to do
the
some
hole.
MDMA?
No, that is
That's
no.
what we were all planning to do.
What
today.
on the pod or?
Maybe we should. Maybe we should.
They do a 10-hour podcast.
And talk about trucks.
Yeah. That's become one of my better bits now. So
Has it?
yeah,
Oh,
I'm glad I did it. Maybe I could do MDMA today and I'll get another bit out of it.
Maybe.
I don't really feel like that's a good way to try and find content for your comedy gig. It's just like, if I do shitloads of drugs, I might get something funny out of it.
Well, there is
might
another-
get hospitalized, might get something funny.
There is another
Decisions.
comedian who does that quite a bit actually.
Yeah, it's
A lot
called
of-
most of them.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
no,
gonna say-
there's one in particular who's into very hard drugs. He's like, yeah, I mean, off them for a week now. So to celebrate, I'm gonna go get on it tonight.
Sounds like me.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's like me. That's
Yeah.
like me in alcohol. It's just it's like I haven't drank for a week. Everyone look at me as I proceed to like chug this beer, and then chug another one, and then 20 beers later, I'm like, why did I do this to myself?
I deserve it. It's
Jay's
normal.
like, yeah, I've cut out weed from my life. So to celebrate, I'm gonna go do some harder drugs.
Full
Come
circle.
around this Sunday for some MDMA.
Yeah, yeah,
And Nangs, brought to you by Creamfeed.
yeah. Plug
Bacon
that.
and cake.
Yeah, like, yeah.
It's a long
No,
weekend.
you don't. You know the ad. It's like you do not put it in balloons. It's purely for making cream or cakes. You can't just go and we're going to do some nangs. That's bad publicity for Cream Fiend.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Talking to the fucking mic, cunt.
This microphone's so low and I'm so tall. What's that thing with the music stick where like you put your hand close to it and like makes the sonic noise or whatever? Or the no.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know
the
one you're
magical
talking
box.
about.
Yeah. Bill Bally uses one on one of his specials.
Theremin.
Yeah,
Theremin?
that's it.
Theremin? Yeah.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
Ah, no,
Theremin.
Yeah.
Shut up, Mitch.
I don't know, Big Bang Theory as well.
Oh yeah,
Sheldon
that's
Keefe
right. He has
was
one there.
playing
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You don't have to get he's close to the
Oh,
mic.
shut up.
Jolson. You just
He's fine
talk.
where he is.
You
Just
Yeah,
let the man
it's not-
fucking go.
Yeah.
You can't hear it. I can hear it.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, I can
Fair
hear
enough.
you clear as day as well, mate.
Yeah.
Just settle down.
'Cause
Have a drink.
What I do
Go do
is-
some MDMA. Calm down. In fact, don't do that. Just go have a cone.
Fuck.
Pretend
wanna
you shit
party?
yourself
Yeah,
again.
don't do that either.
Yeah, don't do that either.
I should just get real fucking high now.
Yeah, well, fuck.
Well, I mean, you're gonna.
I
Sit
don't
there.
recommend doing MDMA if you're on SSRIs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
that can turn bad.
But,
But
the weed,
real
go
quick,
You
nuts.
can smoke as many cones as you like, son.
Yeah.
Go to town.
I don't know if I should do it in a on a podcast where
That'll be funny.
my employers could hear.
You don't have.
We've just been
employees.
talking about taking drugs all afternoon, and you're worried
Technically,
about
I still
that.
do. Technically, I still do.
They don't listen to this.
No.
Maybe they do. Maybe
I
that's why
fucking-
they don't want you.
yeah,
back.
they're one of our 3 listeners.
Yeah.
We got 2 confirmed listeners.
Shout
and
out to
one
Daddy.
like shadow listener who we don't know who he is.
Oh, is that the Russian dude? Like the. Isn't there like the Russian people like looking through the feeds and stuff like who's liking it and just this random people you don't know, so it's automatically Russian bots.
I don't know.
I fucking hope some Russian bots would really take off with our podcast.
He's gonna take off.
It'd be awesome. Get some fucking followers, even if they're fake. I don't care.
Just
Alright.
I
We
just
just
want
want
the-
followers.
you just
Yeah,
want-
I want
YouTube
some
money.
numbers to
Yeah.
take to a fucking comedy booker and be like, hey, we got a successful podcast. Put us on your show. We're not
They're
funny.
like, can we listen to it? No.
No.
No, you don't want
Just
to
put us on. Don't listen to it.
Actually, I'm kind of scared this is going to just devolve into you and Mitch talking about your genitals and your missus, like every single other podcast.
You've got a better idea of what we talk about on these podcasts than we do.
I do. I've listened to every single one besides the most recent one. That's
Yeah,
come out.
okay.
So
yeah.
yeah.
It's been a lot of fun.
And this is the last one.
But now we've got some news for our listeners.
Oh.
We're not going anywhere.
Unfortunately, we will still be doing this until they make us stop. The powers that be haven't told us to stop yet.
Yeah.
I nearly got fucking blocked on Twitter this morning.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
What do you mean nearly? Didn't you? And then you got your account
Well, yeah, I
re-
did get blocked.
Yeah.
Well, they do this thing where if you start talking about mass shootings and stuff, they make you verify your account.
Just so the men in black can rock up.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And like,
That's exactly what I said. I said ASIO is going to come and knock on
yeah,
soon.
yeah.
You know that, right?
Yeah, the FBI.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I got heaps paranoid because they were like, oh, I thought it was an SMS thing. So they're like, put your phone number in and then hit send and we'll send you an SMS. And I get this anonymous call from a fucking blocked number. And I'm like, hello? And it's just silence on the other end. And I'm like, that's them.
They're tracing you.
They're listening to me right now. Like, don't say too many words because they can use that against you. So I'm just holding the phone up
Just
to my ear
sit there
in
and yell, I
silence.
played the fifth. It's just
Yeah.
like, wrong country, idiot.
Yeah. And then I look it up and it's like, nah, this type of shit happens all the time. And yeah, it's like a bug with the fucking Twitter system. So you have
So what is it like customer support or whatever?
yeah,
or...
they don't send an SMS. They give you like a fucking phone call where it's like a robot tells you your verification code and you got to put it in to get like not get verified, but to like unblock yourself because
Yeah.
you've been saying some fucked up shit, and they want to know that it's an actual person saying the fucked up
Oh,
shit.
yeah.
Not just like a bunch of troll
Awesome.
accounts.
So now they know it's an actual person.
yeah, now
they can
know it's
prosecute.
actually me.
Yeah.
So don't mention the body in the backyard.
I thought there's only one. I thought there's like three. oh, sorry, Mark. Tyler, edit that out.
Don't talk about the
Oh
chicken.
man, the last episode he did some fucking wonderful editing. It was me
I
just
heard about that.
tripping over my own words.
Yeah.
It's fucking dog shit. It was a real bad one.
Were you on MDMA on that one?
I wish I would have been on the ball. I reckon would have been a little more speedy.
Just do some coke.
Yeah, fuck. That was like Ethan's 21st. I was doing speed, and
Yeah,
it
I
just made me
remember that.
real smart.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
fucking.
Now,
Stand
were
up
you
to, like,
actually really
5
smart, or
o'clock,
did you
didn't
just
we?
feel you were
Hey?
really smart?
We were up till like 5 o'clock.
Oh yeah, we were up fucking so late.
Chewing the legs off the chair.
Yeah,
'Cause-
just like spilling drinks on people, making them ring me. That's right. So Ethan's roommate was there, and he invites this fucking really, really fucking hot chick around. She gets there at like 2 o'clock in the morning. Party's still going hard. She's just about to walk out the door, and fucking old Speedy Mitch catches her. Fucking sits her down. We're talking shit and laughing and joking. And then his roommate sits down to like have a chat with her because he's like, oh yeah, like I'm trying to fuck this
Yeah.
chick. So, and then I like spilt this fucking 21-year-old scotch on him, and I was like, fuck man, wring your shirt out into my glass right now. Like, just fucking, like, so he's just standing there like, yes, Mitchell. Just wringing his shirt out in front of this girl. She's just like, what the fuck?
He is the alpha.
Now suck my dick.
Yeah, she was sending me nice fucking photos of her
Mort.
not her mutt, but like her in swimmers where you could see the outline and stuff, and it's like, you know how men got the cock root sort of thing, like that bit of their body. She was sending that.
What is the cock root?
The cock root, where like it's not like fat dudes don't have it, but like the V that leads
arrow
down
G
in
dick.
the cock root. Yeah, she was sending
I'd
me
pronounce it
photos.
route.
The cock route. I guess it both works, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
because having a cock root as a man could be taken the wrong way.
Okay.
Yeah, well,
Anyway.
for a router, I guess you don't call like a modem
What, like-
a router, do you?
You're right.
There's a time and a place.
All right, fine. I'll change it to route. All right.
here we are. How not comedy, or how to not comedy? Sorry, talking
It's
about
not-
the English
yeah.
language
The
appropriately.
semantics of root and
Yeah,
route.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, it is the cock root. I'm talking like
Quality
roots,
content.
like the root of a tree, not like
Yeah.
how you get to your cock. Anyway, so she's sending me photos of that, and I was like, oh man, I'm in. And then she's like,
Jolsen's got
I
the
mentioned.
beer shits. He's shitting again. He literally just went for a shit 14 and 43 seconds ago.
Yeah.
And he's gone for another one. That is some diarrhea right there.
You must have had an ice cream or
Fuck, he
something.
would have drank a lot too. That boy's a machine.
$300 worth.
Yeah, and he's fucking, what, 100 and something kilo.
Yeah.
But not fat. Just a fucking
Viking.
big Viking.
Yeah.
cunt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like his ancestors were pillaging your fucking great grandmother's asshole. Just climbing in there and fucking, I don't know, building farms and shit. I don't know, what did Vikings do?
Yeah, that's basically it. It was like one of his land, wasn't it?
Yeah. Landed in England, built a farm. Yeah, so I thought I was in with this chick, and then she's like, I mentioned porn. She's like, ew, porn. I was like, wait, you don't watch porn? She's like, no, that's gross. I was like, not talking to you anymore. I'm like, fuck, that's like 90% of my life at the moment. Single man living on his own.
Yeah.
Porn is life.
Beat your dick like an Asian money.
Oh, dude. She missed
Really? You
out
turned
too.
down that? Didn't you fucking hit a wombat going to see her though?
Yeah. That was another thing. I was going to see her, like, she was drinking. I was like, oh, man, this is going to be awesome. Dropped my ex-girlfriend off at her house with her cat. Had, like, a really awkward fight, too, with her on the way back, because she went through my phone and saw all the shit I was talking about her.
Heyo. Don't you hate that?
Oh, man, I was like, oh, fuck, why'd you go through my phone? Of course I'm going to say this stuff about you. We broke up.
Yeah.
You started fucking a dude, like,
Yeah.
a week after we broke up. Because that's the thing. That's a bit I'm trying to write at
Feel
the
better,
moment,
Josh?
actually.
Oh man, that flew out of me like a brown cable.
What? Flew out of me like a brown cable. Yep, we can all fucking relate with that one.
You can't?
No, I can't.
okay,
I don't
fair
have
enough.
brown cables flying out of me at random times of the day.
Oh, I do. It's horrible.
Is it liquid shits at this stage or is it solid?
Oh, it's like a, what did you
Bit
call
of
it? Like a marshmallow.
Souffle.
It's like a slightly cooked marshmallow. It's horrible.
You're doing better
relate.
than me.
Oh
take
man,
take the mic with you next time so we can listen.
man, there's another one coming. I'm gonna pump at least another 2 out after Grog Bogs. Man, they just don't stop.
Do you want a coffee? Speed this
Oh man,
process
you
up.
just acceleration nation.
Get you some wet wipes if you want.
If I do that, man, I'll be just crouching in the backyard, just with the mic, just dog pose, just like, yep.
Get out there like the animal you are.
Yeah.
Fertilize my fucking garden.
Sorry, I'm not Tanya.
Oh, that's right. She was trying to bury a penis in the backyard at that time. Quarter two. Fucking quarter trying to bury him.
Bury
Like, what the
him.
fuck
Oh,
are you
man.
doing? Nothing.
Didn't Coco find her? Like, if all
Coco
the things
caught
to
her.
do.
No, the dog was watching her. I
Yeah,
was like, what's
yeah.
the dog watching? And I go out there and I just look around the corner and Tanya's just trying to bury her shitty undies in the backyard.
What I don't get is just chuck them in the bin.
Yeah.
There's so many less
She
questions.
didn't want anyone to find him in the bin. She's like, I'll bury them.
Ask for a fucking bag.
So if she kills Mitch, don't look in the bin.
I'll be like shallowly. Never mind. No. I tried to say shallowly buried.
This is because you keep
Shallow
doing that.
grave.
Shibbidi-bidi.
Every single time on Discord, it's just pure silence, and he has to break it with a.
It's because he needs attention constantly. He's like a fucking cat.
It's a child.
No one's paying me attention.
I was on Discord last night for a good 40 minutes while Ethan and Tyler were just they didn't know I was there. It was just,
Oh, we knew you were there. We just didn't care.
no, you just didn't. And then I just jumped in and Mitch is back. Yes.
Yeah.
That general sigh when he enters the channel. He's like,
He had to give me the don't fucking start line.
shit again. It's like when Cameron jumps in the channel. Holy shit.
Oh man, he's my fucking soulmate. That
We got to
cunt.
get that autistic motherfucker on the podcast.
Oh, you do. He just doesn't run out of shit to say. It's nuts. And if you get him on a tangent, like we were talking about house prices, right? And I thought, yeah,
Here's something that he should have no idea about.
yeah.
Turns out.
Yeah, it turns out he's got 101 opinions and then some. And I'm just like, oh man, it's fucking a house he does. He goes, you're damn fucking right it is. Freaking old people, fucking cunts, fucking old. It's just like schemes, Chinese buying houses. It's just like, okay, bro, I just said it's just a bit shitty at the moment.
And he's unemployed at the moment
Yeah.
too, so you should have been like, how about getting those jobs? The fucking boat people!
Yeah.
I'm watching too much of Karen.
Oh man.
Tracy Grimshaw's God. Yeah,
Tracy Godshaw.
I didn't get him on another tangent because I was so mentally exhausted after the first housing one. I'm just like, I can't do this again, man. It's just like,
Oh, it's fucking wild. So yeah, we just watched UFC.
which I missed out on because I was
That
cooking my
reminds me, I've
brother
got to make
down.
a tweet.
No, about what?
I wanted to say that the real fight is in the the chat channel of the illegal UFC stream. That's the real fight to watch.
Oh yeah.
It's just racist cunts going at each other.
Oh
So
dude,
good.
it's fucked.
So you legally streamed it? Did you? You didn't?
No,
get
we
the
did not.
pay-per-view?
No,
illegal
we
stream.
bought the pay-per-view, but
Yeah.
we had the illegal stream chat going too
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
we like it. It's fun to watch.
Hmm.
There was just one dude, we
We're not putting
copied
that
him.
on the record, you fucking idiot.
This is like the skydiving thing all over again. It's blatantly just not thinking about it. It's like, he's had a lot of beer. He'll be fine to jump out of a plane. It's like as he's signing the waiver, everyone's darting around looking, going, Josh, shut the fuck up. And just like, whoops the daisy.
Because they don't expect people to fucking start drinking at 8 o'clock in the morning and then jump out of a plane at 9:30.
You weren't expecting to either, to be fair.
No. And Ethan wasn't like, hey man, you might want to slow down here.
No, it's like,
No, fuck it.
It didn't want to ruin the surprise.
Oh,
did it?
dude, I was so worried about pissing myself on the way down, jumping out of that plane.
Yeah. At least it would have been warm because fuck, it's cold up there.
Oh, it wasn't too
What, peeing
bad
in
though.
the
I had a nice big man on my back, so it was good.
Oh, you got cuddles? You
Yeah.
living the dream then, weren't you?
Yeah, I was grinding up against him too, trying to give him a little bit of a stiffy.
So to preface this, it was for Mitch's Bucks party. So we were driving down to Sydney, and at Belmont on the way out, there's a skydiving place, and we organised to fucking take him skydiving for his Bucks party, which he had no idea about. He's just getting fucking plastered in the morning, thinking it's going to be a big day of drinking.
Then just go to the strip club and then
Yeah.
do more drinking and then just pass out in the hotel.
Yeah, that was the plan. And then I'm like,
Throw a spanner in the
turn
works.
right on the way down to Sydney, just pull in there. I'm like, oh, I've got us a helicopter ride. He's like,
Yeah.
oh, what? Really? I'm like, nah, just kidding, cunt. You're jumping out of a plane. Oh, fuck.
The legitimate look of confusion and terror in that first 5 seconds of pulling in there
And
on
then
your
just
face, it was totally
5
worth
minutes
it.
of him trying to argue that no, you've got to do a 3-day training course. You've got to do a 3-day training. I've heard about the 3-day training course. There's no 3-day
Mate,
training course. Cunt.
every that's everything though in any trade. It's like, that's a 3-day TAFE course, mate. $800. It's like, what's that? You want to turn the machine on? 3-day TAFE course.
But just typical Mitch backburn. He's just like, no, I know what's going on.
I said that because my sister's ex-boyfriend used to be he used to film people jumping out of planes,
Yeah, right.
and I saw a lady doing the course, And he's like,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
it's for
for-
3
that's for
days.
Yeah, but that
solo
would be.
dive.
I was going to say.
Yeah,
that'd be
I
solo
understand
diving.
that now, but I was 8 years old at the time. I was like,
Ah,
I
true,
just
yeah.
assumed that. That's
So you drew
whatever I
knowledge
had to
off
do.
like what? How old were you there? It's
8
like
years
over a
old.
decade away. It's like
I do it
things
all the
haven't
time
changed.
too.
Things
I
haven't
do it
changed.
all the time. Like, I'll just like hear something. Like, I'll go back to when I was like 9 years old and I heard like a passing comment in primary school. I'm like, yeah, that was a fact. Just throw it out there during.
You know
like,
what that reminds me of? You know, like when they tie up elephants, and when they're like a baby elephant, they'll put a stump in the ground, and the baby elephant's not strong enough to pull it over.
Yeah.
And then when it gets bigger, it's just like it's too stupid to try it again because it's just like, well, when I was a baby, it didn't work, so you know, it ain't gonna work now.
Because they never forget.
Yeah.
That's
Bitch is an
horrible.
elephant.
That's horrible.
He's built like one.
wow, fuck you guys.
Can you paint?
No.
Oh, fuck. I'll have to cancel those tickets to Thailand then.
You just take me to Thailand and ride me everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, painting grey and riding around the town. And I was like, oh, that is my elephant.
He pygmy elephant.
He picked me up. Chung not very big though, and in wrong pace.
Some random dude starts hitting me with bamboo. He's like, we do it all the elephants.
So is that Thailand trip still on? Or is it Bali trip still on? To get that bit.
What bit? Oh, fucking ladyboys.
Fucking ladyboys in
No,
Southeast
whenever.
Asia.
Whenever.
Whenever.
Yeah.
That's fucking. Yeah, I really want to go to Thailand.
Of course you do. It's your dream.
Don't
That's
forget,
what I was
Mitch,
planning
you are
to spend
married.
this.
You are married,
That's what I was
Mitchell.
planning to spend this money that I had saved before I stopped working for the last 2 months.
Oh, ladyboy.
Instead, you just played video games for 2 months straight.
Yeah, and jacked off
Even-
to ladyboys.
Watch so
Goals.
much porn.
No, you put like the Thailand pictures in the background screen. Yeah. The small catches of the ladyboys.
Aren't you sick of it? Like, I get
Yeah.
bored of porn
Yeah.
when I like going like that every day.
Yeah.
You got to branch out, man. I
I
reckon.
jacked it to a fat chick for the first time ever the other day. I
Nah,
was
you
like,
got to
"Oh,
go
fuck
deeper
it."
than that.
Are we up to Fap of the Week?
Not yet, but we
Okay.
can.
We can.
Yeah.
You had any fabs this week, Josh?
No.
Of course he has. He
Yeah,
lives
he
at home
has.
with
He's not
his
going to
mum.
say.
Yeah, alone.
You go over to his house and it's just like a fucking bucket of tissues next to his computer.
No, there's a bucket for the tissues.
And there's like the fucking hand cream on the bench. He's like, oh, my hands are dry. My hands get dry.
Well, to be fair, initially
I actually get dry hands
I
and I don't
initially-
use hand lotion.
Me too, from masturbating vigorously.
I put Aquim on my hands like 10 times a day, so I have to
Why?
moisturize. Why?
Yeah.
I work in the medical field, so
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought you were sitting at home at your computer desk,
No.
just like lathering up. Just like,
Must be.
no. I use no. What I do is I use the Aquim for lubricant, and then after my hands get dry, so I moisturize my hands.
you're full of shit. That stuff dries out super fast.
I've tested
Makes
it.
it worse.
Yeah. Yeah. Fuck, your cock would feel like it had eaten a fucking fisherman's friend, though. Using that shit on it.
I'm not rubbing Vicks on it.
Oh man, it's like
Maybe
that-
we should do that for like do that to a chick. Just rub Aquam on your dick, and then just pour water on it, and then jam it in. You know, like when you like have a mint and then you drink water, and it's like that cool blast.
Aquim doesn't taste or smell anything like mint. It just smells
Why
like
have you
alcohol.
been tasting Aquarium?
Because you can drink that shit.
All right,
And
it's
then
time
how
for-
I know
it's
that,
time for an intervention.
how I know
Jolsen.
that is because there was basically
You were sucking your own dick.
No, I don't need I don't need any extra flavor for that, mate. Because in the toxicology ward, there was a guy who was coming off alcohol withdrawal, and basically they had all the Aquim for the nurses on the walls. And then because it's made up, because like if it's for home use, so if kids drink it, they can't, like die from what's added to it. So it's all, you can just ingest it. It's like 7% alcohol. So he was like going around and stealing all of those and like still drinking, technically. He's drinking the Aquim and everyone's like, where's all the Aquim going? And it's like, and why is this guy still in a really, really bad way? It's just like still withdrawing and shit. And they realized he's like, when it's like 3 o'clock in the morning when like there's skeleton crew and there's no one around, he just gets out of bed, shuffles over, grabs the Aquim, just starts in his nightgown, goes back and starts chugging Aquim all night.
What a rookie. He needs to fucking grab one of those laminated signs off the wall. Shelve an Aquarium.
It would get. Oh, what was it? I heard a story. I think it was on Joe Rogan. He was saying like kids will take like this fucking like rubbing alcohol and fucking shelve it, and it gets them high as fuck.
Yeah, jam it on a tampon and jam it up your ass.
Yeah, that's
Really?
it. Yeah.
Why have I been doing it so wrong for so long?
You've been getting dudes to put it on
See,
their
like-
dicks.
Can I have a
No,
drink?
all right.
Honestly,
you can have a drink.
I blame the Liberal Party for raising taxes so much that kids feel like they need to fucking shove tampons up their ass to be able to afford drinks.
Yeah, it's like
It's that fucking what is it? The soda pops tax or whatever.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
for all the lolly water and shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
do you know that like the bottle-os make like maybe $3 off
Oh,
like
yeah, it's the same as ciggies.
it's like it's like cigarettes, like the servos and that they only make like $3-5 or whatever it is off
Yeah,
the.
it's all
off
going
the
to
actual pack.
ScoMo, so
fucking
you can buy
cunts have
another
been
fucking
ruining
Mars adventure.
families. Cunts have been ruining families for too long.
I'm
Never
glad
mind,
that you talked
yeah.
over me for that one.
Sorry.
That was fucking great.
Yeah.
Mitch does it again,
Anyway,
mate.
back to ScoMo.
Are we bringing that back? Is that still a thing?
Mitch Does
Mitch Does it?
always
Yeah,
fucking chugging along.
he is always on.
You want a drink, do you?
Oh, actually, no.
Bit of hair of the dog.
No.
Go for it, mate.
You got nothing on tomorrow?
Yeah, I do.
What do you?
I get to go and scrape barnacles off the bottom of
Oh,
the
you're doing that
fucking boat.
after all that talk about fuck that, I'm not fucking doing that.
No, because he wanted to do it today, and I'm just like, I'm going out and I am drinking tomorrow night. Like, I am drinking
Even if
hard.
he's doing it ever, I'd be like, no.
Yeah, I'm just like,
Did you
what's,
use the
what's
boat?
payment? No.
Then fuck him. I don't even know who it is, but if you're not using the boat, why the
It's
fuck
the,
are
old,
you
it's,
scraping?
it's the old boy and my brother. He comes up from Melbourne and he just wants to spend some time together. Just like,
Oh, that's a great bonding time. Isn't it? Come around and scrape
Underwater
your
when we can't
barnacles
talk.
off the boat. Yeah. You want to fucking eat my ass while you're at it?
what, under the water or just like out of the water?
Whatever
honest,
suits, I
though,
don't care.
If you're hanging out with Jolsen, him being underwater would be the only time that he wouldn't be talking super fucking loud.
Yeah.
Oh, I try.
You would try and talk underwater.
No, I definitely do try to talk underwater. It's a thing. Although it just is just.
I used to love squealing while I was underwater as a kid. Just go underwater, just so much fun.
It's
Can you
just-
hear this, Mum?
It's just reflection, isn't it?
It was years.
Oh man.
Brick on your head.
Yeah. So, fucking no comedy this week, guys. It's been really fucking good.
Oh, that makes no difference to me. I don't do comedy.
Yeah, I know. Actually, you've seen our show a couple of times now, haven't you?
Me?
Yeah.
I've only seen I've seen one show. I've seen one show live, and I've seen a couple of recordings of you guys, which is all right. I got a chuckle out of it, but I mean,
Yeah.
I know nothing about the craft, know nothing about the field. Like I just sort of watch other people do it and say, "Oh man, I wish I was that funny," and then just sort of leave it at that and go, "Well, I'm not going to do anything productively about it, so I'll just."
That's exactly how I feel every time as well. It's like, oh man, that guy's got such good jokes. I wish I
Yeah.
could write a funny joke and then go home and not write.
That's like was it Bert Kreischer and like Greg Davis and those guys are the big dudes. Like they got amazing stories. Like they just led this amazing life. Just sort of like, I guess that's where you
Yeah.
get that idea of if I go take enough drugs, I'll get in these crazy situations, and then it's a good
well,
story to tell.
All my good bits are true stories for the most part.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
Like you've got to kind of live and well, you can sit at home and I guess like if you've got that type of mind where you can be, like where you can think things out and make it funny, have a funny take on shit. Like I'm trying to write a joke at the moment about like how women can just like if a dude breaking up with a chick is not as bad, like is not that bad for him. It's like because they go home and cry, and then all of a sudden you just hear the dings on Facebook,
On
ding,
Tinder.
ding, ding, like guys just crying.
Yeah,
like,
it's just
hey,
lining up.
I heard you broke up with your boyfriend. That's so sad.
Yeah, do you want some color?
Sad
They call
face,
them
cry
soft
face.
boys now. That's a whole thing. I got
Yeah.
yelled at like by a chick at work, and she just like, I fucking hate soft boys. And like, what's a soft boy? And then that was my first mistake, asking her what a soft boy is. And then
Like
for
you.
for like half an hour, I got this spiel about what a soft boy is, and I'm just like, man, it sounds like a woman just with a dick.
What's a soft boy?
A soft boy is essentially a guy who
Like a
instead
soy
of being
boy.
like an alpha, like macho guy, like sort of
Oh,
women just fuck
betas.
toys. Yeah, they're sort of like beta dudes who they'll do exactly that. Like so, basically, as soon as a chick that they're interested in breaks up with their boyfriend, and then
Oh, they'll be like,
and then they say, oh, do you want to hang out? Like, do you
yeah,
want to go?
I'll
Here?
look
It's like
after you.
I'm not trying to have sex or anything like that. Like they just play with they use all the emotions because they know them.
they're a Jerry.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're not
Yeah.
beta. That's omega, isn't it? When it's below the beta.
Oh,
They're the ones that
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But all I know is that so they play on
They're
the
the
girl's
bottom of the
feelings. They know
barrel.
they know exactly what she wants to hear. They know exactly, and then basically because
It's a
they're there
nice
for
guy,
it's a nice guy who
Yeah.
has an alternative motive.
Yeah.
And basically slides his way in there like a snake.
If you want to know who your real friends are, pretend to break up with your girlfriend on Facebook and see which one of your friends fucking crawl in there. Like, who's
Or
the
you-
cockroach?
Oh well, I'm snake in the grass. So
Yeah, I know you'd be there straight away.
apparently, no. What was it on the snow trip? I tried to see Tanya's tits twice or some shit.
Yeah. Like, walked into the change rooms on her while she was getting
It
changed. She's
wasn't a
like, don't walk
It
in here, I'm
wasn't a
getting changed.
It wasn't a change room. It was the freaking dry room.
Which she was using to get changed.
Well,
And
I didn't
told
know
everyone.
That. I didn't know that.
Yeah, and then later on she's like, all right, no one opened the car door. I'm like, taking my pants off.
No, the car door was first because the car door was when we were trying to get to the.
Oh, that's the point we're trying to make here is
yeah,
the timeline.
mate.
of things.
I mean, I've got, mate. My defense is flimsy at best, but I've got. It's all I'm working with. It's all I've got. All right, so you can just fuck right off.
Yeah.
With your like snake in the grass bullshit. You know, if I was a true snake in the grass, then I would be coming into your bedroom, being ice cream in the ice cream sandwich with you two.
I don't think you'd be able to handle it, to be honest.
Oh, fuck off.
Oh, here we
Oh,
go.
here we go. Why
I
wouldn't
don't
you
think.
be able to handle
I don't think.
it?
I think I get my fucking dick
I
caught in
don't
his
think
ass.
you'd be able to handle it, Mitchell.
I get my dick tangled in
I
your
think
ass
you'd be
hair.
the
Oh
one that
man,
would be
it's
scared.
a mess.
messy
It's a
down-
mess down there, man. I need to go that. See, I know there's like at my gym, there's like a beauty salon.
I
parlor
tidied
thing.
my cock up real good the other day because I thought I was going to have a foursome.
You smitched those me, bro.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
But I wanted to talk about my dick.
Yeah. Well, okay. Yeah. You talk about your dick.
Yeah.
No, what were you talking about?
Oh, there's like a beauty salon
At the gym.
at the gym, but they
Go
have
and get all
strictly
sweaty.
they
and then
strictly they have a strictly no males policy for Brazilians and stuff like that. And
What
I
if you're
really feel like I
trans?
need to. Well, what I'm thinking about doing is, you know how.
Is
No
becoming
offense to
transgender.
trans people, but if you can just become
At
a
a
woman
whim.
at a whim, basically, it's like was it gender fluid? So if I feel
Yeah.
like a girl, so can I walk in there and go, I'm a woman today, do my butthole?
Yeah.
Do you think they have an issue with that?
I think that they will rip the shit out of your butthole. Like,
Yeah, it
Oh,
won't make
they
it
will
easy.
go to town. on
Guaranteed, skin's coming off.
you. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're going to go against the grain on that one.
I don't even
I
think.
don't know how arsehole waxing works.
I was going to say I don't think it has a grain. I don't know. Where's Tyler? Tyler, look that up.
Fucking. So you tidied your cock up for this foursome that never happened.
Yeah, it was quite disappointing.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, I even shaved my balls.
Oh man, that's a dangerous.
That's
dangerous.
fucking. That's a whole thing. Shaving your balls.
That's dangerous, man.
Oh.
I've clipped my balls before.
What are you
Not good.
doing?
I don't clip my balls, but you gotta like
What are you buying, like-
straighten them out.
Fucking 20-cent Bic razors or some shit?
No, I just use an electric one.
Well, no wonder.
I'm
I'd be,
not gonna.
I'd,
I'm
I'd
not
be
gonna
afraid
sit
I'd
there.
cut my little
Jolsen's
dick
in the
clear
shower
off.
like Sweeney Todd with the fucking straight cut razor.
Self
dangerous
castration.
game. Singing little songs as he shaves his nuts.
Oh, man.
Dancing while he does
Yeah,
it.
no, it's freaking. Mum, quick, bring a wet towel.
Mom, it happened again.
Don't worry about having grandkids.
Oh fuck. Where do we go after that? Oh man.
Oh, I don't know. Shaving balls, getting hair taken off. I don't even know where I was going with that, to be honest.
Yeah.
I
Fuck.
tried to carry the podcast.
Yeah.
I was writing this thing the other day about.
Oh yeah, what do you guys got new jokes wise?
Well, fat chicks are mad because they shot themselves in the foot, but not like regular fat chicks, like the ones with the dyed hair, like super feministy type of fat
Oh,
chicks.
the ones that think that they're God's gift to man.
Yeah, well, like to fuck a chick like that, most dudes have to be super drunk. But now they've done the whole thing where like the consent thing that you've got to give consent, you can't give it if you're drunk. And it's like, well, I have to be drunk to fuck you. So you shot yourself in the foot there.
So wait, so if you're drunk but they're not drunk,
So
Yeah,
they've-
so
then
they're
how does
raping
that
me.
work? Yeah.
Yeah,
They've
but they
turned
won't
them-
rape me because they've set all that shit up, and like they're not going to get drunk with you at the same time. Well, they might. That's still a grey area. It's like, what if both
So
parties
yeah,
are drunk?
what
it's still non-consensual. So
Oh,
How
yeah.
is it though if both parties are drunk?
exactly.
Well, then it comes
well,
down
neither
to
one
like,
well, it comes
gives
down to
consent.
he said, she said shit. Like
Yeah, yeah.
basically, it's like
Proof.
who has the stronger
then
argument.
it comes
essentially,
down to evidence.
yeah,
Which they'll take the woman's side on.
No, they won't.
not necessarily.
100%.
It's
You know, like,
evidence
I
yeah,
think
based.
more-
So
more-
unless
I
there's
think
like
that-
signs of a
I
fucking
think that
struggle or
more
something.
times than not, they'll most likely favour the woman in that
what
scenario.
if she's into BDSM as well? and then
Well,
there's
that's why
those
you gotta
ones.
be careful.
Usually are too. That's the other problem with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why they got all the face piercings and
Yeah.
tats and dyed hair. They like it rough.
Oh
And
man,
who's going to give it to them then?
they're not going to get fucked. Like
No.
they'll be the new incels making their own chat
Well,
groups.
they
and-
are the female version
So
of
incels.
incels.
Yeah.
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 That's the flip side.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you got the super nerdy neckbeardy dudes that'll never get laid.
I'm the Joker, babe.
Don't get me started. I've already had a fucking fun time on Twitter this
Oh
morning.
my
Yeah.
god, you and you need to stop. It's getting a problem.
Butsy liked my fucking thing that I sent him.
Yeah, yeah.
We started watching all these videos today, and we're
Yeah.
both like,
We were like-
we were actually fans of Butsy's.
No,
He's
a
got
good
Robert
dude.
Whitaker on his podcast.
Yeah,
I'm
I
like,
saw that. I'm
fucking
like,
love-
holy shit, he is
I know.
going places. Like, that is amazing to get those sorts of interviews.
Well, Mitch
That's
loves
crazy.
UFC and Robert Whitaker. I don't care about that, but like his takes on like what's going on in the Australian comedy industry and shit like that. I'm like, oh, fuck, this guy knows what he's talking about. I'd like to have a fucking good chat with him about it. Come on the podcast, Butsy.
Yeah. Shout out to
come
Budsy.
on their podcast?
Yeah.
After I send you some heinous fucking Joker cringe.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
I was telling you from the beginning, it was a great idea.
Yeah.
That should have been the warning.
But
you
talking
needed.
about that like consent thing, going back to that, I heard a story like ages ago where essentially there was a guy becoming a police officer, and he was in Bathurst or wherever it is, Goulburn,
And then he met a wombat.
and he met then basically what he did is he would go out town, try and pick up a girl. If he did pick up the girl, he'd actually bring with him a consent form
yeah,
and make them sign it like before they had sex. He's just,
Yeah.
and then his story is that he got rejected so many times.
And there's nothing creepier than pulling out a consent form.
It's just like,
Yeah, because he's
Yeah,
also a cop, so he's got handcuffs. He's like, you consented to this. Like,
Yeah, well,
Now
that's the
you're
other
in the
thing too.
bad
Once
I
you
mean,
sign
his-
that form, it's just like, what's going to happen from here?
yeah,
Yeah.
I
But
understand.
chicks love that shit too at the
I
same time.
understand
like,
where
that's
the
the
chicks
whole
come from.
fucking 50 Shades shit. It's like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
sign
that was
this.
that craze was
But that
insane.
has nothing to do with like all the BDSM and consent form shit. It's just the cunt's rich, so like they want the dick. that's all that's about. It's no fucking BDSM, all that carry on.
oh, yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
the
yeah,
50 Shades of Grey
Yeah.
shit. Yeah.
So I thought you were talking about the cop and just like, how do you know he was rich? I didn't even know he was rich.
Yeah, no, we missed the first bit. Yeah.
yeah.
No, signing consent
Yeah.
forms. It's like
And
oh,
If
you
everybody
made
You
a
knows
rock
form.
up to a fucking house like he had. Like, I watched that movie quite a bit.
What movie?
50 Shades of Grey.
Why?
Not really. I was just.
He's trying to be funny
I'm
for the
trying to be
pod.
funny. Anyway, so my boy Gray's got this fucking awesome house. It's like,
You should
if
point
I
out.
rocked
My
up,
boy
Oi,
Gray now. That's
oi.
where we're going with
I
this.
turn up for beers at his place, right? And he's like, I'm into like very specific type of thing.
Yeah.
And he like opens up his thing and he's like,
It's just
here's
My
all my
Little Pony.
dildos. It's all just like fucking.
He puts on a Joker mask.
It's just furry shit.
Welcome to my dungeon.
Yeah,
Just add
yeah.
dildos, it turns to a
I'm like,
fun.
oh man, are we going to France next week? Yeah. All right. Fine. Whatever.
So this is a natural interaction that you believe happened between you and Mr. Gray.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, rightio. No worries. You should stop drinking. Well, anyway, so new material. Here's up with some new material, boys.
Well, yeah.
So
I
Ethan,
need a retarded friend.
You've got
we've
one.
got two actually.
No, but I want a proper retarded friend. That,
Oh,
like,
one with Down syndrome.
yeah, that I can just do menial things with and then post it on social media and then everyone has to like it. Otherwise,
There's
they're
your,
the
there's your
asshole.
hook up right there.
Yeah.
Jay, get off your phone. Fuck.
I'm trying to fucking organise a party.
Yeah.
That's
let
fair.
the man
Who?
go.
He's
Who-
got his party shirt on. His party.
It's like his mind's eye been in the center of his chest.
Yeah.
I don't have any friends. That's the problem.
Talk into the mic.
I wonder why.
yeah, exactly.
Do you want to say the N word on the podcast?
Yeah, Jay was going off
Oh,
before I was
man.
like, "You're coming on the podcast."
Yeah.
man."
You just wanted the N word to come out
Oh man.
on the
Yeah.
podcast.
Yeah.
time.
About
Unnecessary.
Boondocks, quoting Boondocks.
Oh yeah. If you, I think, is it appropriate if you're quoting?
I don't know. Is it? You want to do a quote?
I guess that answers that question. I don't want to do it on this sort of forum. But if I was like in a close circle of friends quoting a TV show or a movie, then yeah, I guess I'd be comfortable. But that's like closet racism, isn't it? Really, it's like it's not true racism when when a white person's about to say the N word and they look over their shoulder. They're just like, okay, I can say it now.
If you're fucking singing, I think if you're
Like
singing,
yous all give it too much power though. Like,
yeah, well, because people don't like it. It's like, oh yeah, I
but
really
it's
enjoy
like CJ,
shitting
like,
on
no,
people's
so, like-
lounges. Like that's what I really like to do, but people don't like me to do it, so I won't do it.
yeah, but
The
like,
N-word's
it's like
kind of the
It's like the
same.
swastika. It's like we can't use the swastika. You go over to Japan and Asia, it's everywhere still because the original meaning is hope. It's
They're
like,
also really fucking racist over there. Have you noticed that as well?
They use the N word frequently.
But in their own language.
well, it's
So
actually-
therefore, it
it's
doesn't have as
actually
much
the funniest
meaning.
thing, actually. There was like a like black guy in Japan. He's like born in Japan, so he only can speak Japanese.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he like goes around with like a mask on and like white gloves, and he's like going around scaring old Japanese ladies, and then they're like, "Oh God," and get terrified, and because he's got the white gloves on, they think he's like a white person or a Japanese person.
Yeah.
He takes off the mask, and it's like a black person underneath.
Oh, and they flip
go
out.
from getting scared from like the Halloween mask of him jumping out the bushes to being like fucking terrified of the fact that he's just a black guy when he takes the mask off, and they just leg it. Yeah.
It's like,
He's just
oh,
looks
very
at the
good
camera.
illusion.
Yeah, yeah. That's the real scary thing. Yeah.
That's fucked up.
Oh, that is horrible. I was talking about actually, my friend. She's half Indian, half Islander, I think, and she has the same issue. She gets followed around shops and stuff. Like she gets like people sort of like they look away. It's like she doesn't look like a very menacing person, and they still do that. And she's
Did you tell her about the Indian prostitute you had sex with?
I didn't have sex with an Indian prostitute, Mitchell.
I went down on her though.
I'll add that out.
No, leave that in.
I thought we wouldn't talk about that night. Do you know that I blacked out that night?
Yeah.
That's how I ended up at the
She
bar.
was Indian.
No.
You didn't black out, you browned out.
This is exactly what I was afraid about coming up, going on the podcast. Just like, oh, for fuck's
She was
sake.
hot though.
We are
She
going
was
to
hot.
bring all of Josh's demons up. Like the amount of regret after that. I was in a bad place mentally, so I just thought, oh fuck it.
Yeah, but that was drunk you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand that. I was there as well.
No, you weren't. You were drunk.
It's like that's
The
not me.
fucking
That's Patricia.
funniest thing though, like, it was so good of them to wait for you, but like,
Oh,
you've
the
got
shit?
there, and then you're like, oh yeah, you've just hashed out the price. You're about to go upstairs. And you're like, oh, I really need to shit, and he took the fucking mankiest shit, and like,
And
it's
even
like
I guess the entrance lady, whoever looked at me in disgust. She's just like, "Oh my god,
Oh, it was
you're about to go
fucked.
fuck one of my girls." It's like,
I went in there 20 minutes after, like,
it still was
it
there.
was still lingering, like the worst smell you've ever smelled in your life.
A little wild animal into a
Jesus.
brothel.
Too much,
Fuck.
too many beers.
Man, you must have used so much toilet paper.
Oh man, I think I didn't use enough.
Yeah. You would have been like, because they made you
No,
shower
I had a
before.
shower. I had a
yeah,
shower
yeah,
before, so,
You would
yeah.
have had chunks of shit like falling out of your ass.
Oh, just like ripping out hair,
Oh.
dingleberries. No, I don't remember that.
Yeah, so that was a fucking great night though.
That was one of the better nights I reckon I've had
Yeah.
in Sydney for
Oh,
sure.
yeah.
Because we just got loose as.
Yeah, we just fucking sat around talking shit, like had like just having beers with the bouncers and the
Yeah,
bar
that was super
staff.
nice.
Yeah, the bar chick was like getting mad at the bouncer because he was just standing there talking with us.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, you're actually supposed to be fucking making sure these cunts don't do anything.
Well,
Like,
I
we're
mean,
not doing anything.
theoretically, he's doing his job then, because if he's being nice to us and we're sitting there chatting with him and not being rowdy, then you know what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
what are we gonna do? It's like he's right in front of us, just
Yeah.
chatting to us. Like, what are we
I
gonna do?
wanted. He was cool though. I wanted to start having beers with him. Like I was like, fuck, man. Like just quit your job right now. It was his first night on the job too. Like, just quit. Have
First
beers
and
with us.
last by the sounds of it.
Yeah. Not a very motivated employee.
Yeah, and then fuck. Yeah, so you went down on a prosy.
Oh man, I didn't not led to that. Hey, I can't believe she said yes. To be honest, and I can't believe I thought it was a good idea.
Yeah.
I don't know what I was thinking. I was
It's
so
your
drunk.
tongue.
You wear rubbers though when you fuck them, don't you?
Yeah. But
Well,
still,
yeah,
like
what it
that
tastes
thing's
like.
getting rutted out. I don't remember. I really don't. I want to. My first instinct is to say something racially inappropriate, but, but I'm just
Curry.
like- no, Papadum.
Fucking hell.
But no, I don't remember, and it's one of my biggest regrets.
Really?
That's what I was saying.
Oh,
instead,
man.
instead of having a, if you ever get an Indian chick, instead of getting to call you daddy, they call me Papa Dam.
That is horrible.
Yeah, no, even I didn't like that. And I'm quite easily swayed.
Robbo laughed at it.
Yeah, but Robbo is
Robbo
like,
laughed at anything.
Yeah.
yeah, I was gonna say, anything that's racial, Robbo's just like gets a mad boner over. Anyway,
man.
it's like hearing him talk about his workmates. It's like holy shit. It's like how does this racism still exist? It's nuts, man. You hear him talk about like they have like all
Yeah,
of
but
the
he's
old.
serious when he says it. Like,
I know, but I'm saying like it's like you got like
clearly,
Damo,
if you ever
Stevo,
had
like
an
everyone
Indian
seems to have an
girlfriend,
O at the
you're
end.
not gonna fucking call her Papa Dam. Like they call me Papa Dam. Like
Yeah, it's a joke.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a joke, but still, it's fun. It's just
I can't believe Robbo hasn't got a swastika tattoo, to be honest.
he's got Aussie pride.
That's
Yeah.
the Australian.
That's the Australian swastika, really.
The Southern Cross.
Yeah.
Don't say that, Logan. It's my country.
Shout out to Robert Whittaker, who lost today. Poor
Got bitten by a black man too.
Why? Why add that?
It's true. That's what
Yeah.
happened. I'm just recounting
Dude,
facts.
you want to see some fucking cringy shit, right? It was Israel's Adesanya, or whatever the fuck his name is. His walkout, man, was
Came out with the Backstreet Boys going, and then
yeah.
fucking doing
Is he
Naruto
gay?
jutsus.
No, he's not gay. He's just fucking like
He's
there's
autistic.
3 dudes, and I thought they were like, oh, they were gonna like sing his, because sometimes I'll have like a live band doing your outro, and maybe
really?
you like had rappers or something there.
Okay.
Like, so they're doing like, yeah, Backstreet Boys moves and
Yeah.
backflips and shit. And then like he just walks out and then he like literally starts fucking dancing with them.
Yeah.
Like he practiced it. And then he's doing, yeah, what was it, hand jitsu shit? Like
Yeah, the
he-
jutsus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, like the
Naruto.
Naruto
Yeah.
runs and shit.
Yeah. Trying to
And-
fucking shadow clone himself or something. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then the 3 dudes at the end of the song did a Naruto run.
Oh my
back down
God.
I'm
Yeah.
like, dude, this guy's a professional fighter. I'm like, what the
He's making. It's like he's just taking the piss, isn't it? Really, like
Yeah.
he is because I've seen
love
some.
it.
I've seen some fight videos of him, and he is quite good.
Oh,
at what
he's
he does,
really
like
fucking
He
good.
just
he's
beat Robert
freaking-
Whittaker.
Like
Yeah.
he
Fucking
is.
good.
Yeah, and Robert Whittaker's a machine.
But I was saying it's exactly like Sonic Fox, like the best like console fighting game player.
Yeah.
And then he puts on, like, he comes out and he's got, like, he'll beat people at world tournaments with the furry gloves on. And it's just like, he's that much better than everyone. And then he gets up when he wins the competition. It's like, he never loses and then just puts on this big dog helmet. And then just starts parading around as, like, a fucking wolf. Yeah. And he just, like, for everyone else who's there is taking it serious. And it's just like,
Yeah,
this
and he
dude's
just
just a
taking
furry.
the piss.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's taking the piss. Yeah, and you're just like, yeah, it's like, it'd just be humiliating to lose to that, like,
Yeah.
at that level of play. And he's got the gloves on. It's like, he's
So what, he
literally-
wears, like, the
he's
actual
handicapped
full-on furry
himself.
gloves?
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
got
yeah.
like, they're fingerless, but it's still
Yeah.
slippery in your hands.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. Like that is just humiliating. Like to lose to that,
Those furries,
and have him
though.
dance around afterwards. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're just like, oh,
Those furries, though, they fuck lots.
oh yeah,
Like you
Fuck
have
like
to
rabbits.
be.
They fuck like I was going to say.
You
fuck
have
like
to be
that.
bisexual if you're a furry, or pretty much gay.
Yeah,
'cause
he's
The
gay.
majority of dudes.
yeah.
Yeah, well,
Majority of furries.
That
are
post I
dudes.
put in Discord of the fucking, like it was a thing, a furry convention, like an A board thing. Like you just walk in and it's just there, and it's like, oh, green band like means consent. Like anyone can just fucking go ya whenever you want, and like a yellow band is like ask first, and then like a red band is like, nah, I'm not keen for anything.
Yeah.
So they're just all walking around in fucking green bands, just fucking each other at this convention.
And they wonder
type of
why
thing.
there's a fucking epidemic of STIs. Like, it's like, I don't just, it's
Is
like
it-
why is her? It's like I guess now because AIDS really lost its punch because now you can survive that shit. So you know they need
Well,
to
they've
like
cured it.
well, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's just like now there's no real you can cure pretty much anything besides the herpes. I'm sure they'll figure something
Just
out
the
there
beginning
too.
of, like Sodom and Gomorrah.
Dude.
We've gone full circle.
But like, look, if I was like a proper incel, I'd become a furry.
Yeah,
You
Like,
reckon?
the way in.
Yeah, fuck yeah, man. If you really want to get like laid,
Nah,
become a furry.
become a Chad.
What's a Chad? Oh, like Chad Earthquake.
Nah, Chad's like a fucking like attractive dude with like a chiseled jaw, like muscles and
Yeah,
like
he's like
confident
the
and shit.
alpha.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'll bring up some Chad memes for him.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, yeah, but I'd become a furry. Like
I guess. if
you get a
yeah.
dick in the butt every now and then, but fuck.
I mean,
At least you're getting laid.
Mitch
that's
just
it.
wants an excuse to get a dick in the butt. It's because I'm a furry. Nah, I don't like it.
just ask me to come round. I'll do it
That is a fucking bad idea.
for a small price.
You'll fucking
Do you want to be
rip me
shitting in a
two.
bag for the rest of your life? Invite Jolsen around to come poon your
Oh,
ass,
I'm a gentleman. I'll put my pinky in first,
followed by
just-
the anaconda.
just to warm you up.
Yeah.
We'll work. What we'll do is we'll start.
You
start
don't take the
fingers.
pinky out though when you fuck them. You just
No,
leave
yeah,
that in
leave
there.
it in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like you know how they fit suits where it's like they do the 3-finger rule.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, like the
Yeah.
Chad Earthquake and like shits with the door open and
Yeah.
yeah that one yeah.
If you're a person who can shit in a public toilet with the door open, and I've seen it before. Like,
with the door open.
yeah, you're fucking next.
I don't
Yeah.
think
I've got
that,
so much respect for someone who can do that.
Why? If they don't understand
Just don't
rules
give
and
a fuck.
social boundaries,
Yeah.
that's their problem. It's just not because they're an amazing person.
Man,
it's
I'll
because they're
blow
probably
out
retarded.
a fucking hard shit when I'm in
Yeah.
a public toilet. I'll
But-
just let loose, but
Yeah.
I'm not gonna fucking shit with the door open.
Yeah.
Nah,
Yeah.
I've seen like dudes.
That's
Like
inviting.
you walk in and you're like, you're taking a piss. You're like, hey, how's it going? You're like, ah.
It's like full grown
Hey,
men
man.
that like pull their pants down to their ankles
was
at
this
the
in
urinal.
the Air Force?
And piss too, yeah. You're just like, I don't know what's going on there. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's like when you're in year 1 and 2 and kindy, and so there's
Yeah,
always
it's
that
fine.
one
It's fi-
one kid with the fucking
It
flat
was
hat.
weird then. Yeah, it was weird then, but like when you see a full grown man do it, you're
Those
like, what?
cunts are always losers.
Yeah, the Aspie as fuck with the flat back, dropping their knickers down their ankles, and they're just like, hello.
Yeah.
They always sneeze and have snot come out of their nose.
Yeah. Oh man, that was
Always
me.
that cunt.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that
Sitting
was
at the
me.
back eating glue.
Oh man, how good was blue? No, the purple stick. Purple stick was sick, mate.
Oh, yeah.
Just take a chomp out of it.
Yeah, fucking knows.
This girl we used to always get to eat glue. I remember that. I'm
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Oi, eat some glue. She'd be like, okay.
I wonder what she's up to now.
Sniffing glue.
This was the Central
Cum.
Coast.
Yeah.
Nah, she moved on to harder things like heroin.
Ah,
I was gonna
Good
to
girl.
pay for the heroin, she has to eat cum.
Yeah.
sort of like glue. Yeah, I remember when I wasn't allowed to feed the fish. We had like a roster where it's like basically everyone gets to feed the fish,
Except
and
you.
except for me for whatever reason because the teacher was a cunt. Anyway, and then basically so I said, right, well if I can't feed the fish, no one can. So I got all the fish food and just dumped it into the tank. and then the fish died. I'm like, no one can enjoy
Good.
this.
What a cunt of a teacher. Fucking just like, yeah, no.
I like how it's a
fuck
teacher's
her.
fault.
Yeah, I'm like, exactly. It's like the teacher wasn't actually a bad person. I was the bad student, but I just want to project my insecurities on others.
She wouldn't let you feed the fish. That's what I'd do. I would have thrown a fucking chair through the fucking fish tank back in the day. That was what I was famous for at my school. I was the kid who bit the deputy.
So an animal. You know
I
what they,
bit the
you know,
deputy
you know what they
and
do
threw
with
a
rabid
chair.
dogs, Mitch? They put them down.
I'll take
Yeah.
it back. I do have a retarded friend.
Friends.
Like, I didn't run at him with my teeth bared, like, rah, rah, rah. He had his arm there, like,
That
trying
was
to
dude off
restrain me.
fucking a current affair, and they came bounding over.
Oh yeah, that's Mitch in 20 years.
See me now.
Oh, sorry. All right, fap of the week.
Fap of the week. Let me go through my Pornhub. Actually, no. I found a couple that like they have threesomes. Like the chick just fucks other chicks with strap-ons. Just like you know how chicks are just not good with strap-ons. It's usually the reason why I don't watch a lot of lesbian porn because they're not really like going to Pound Town with them. So,
Well, they don't have the appendage required to pound into town.
well, they've got it strapped to them. So all I'm
That's
saying
like
is,
asking an amputee to run a fucking 100 meters.
there was an amputee that ran 100
Yeah, but-
meters.
yeah, but he
actually.
had
He was really good at it
prosthetics.
until he fucking
Well,
shot
obviously
his wife to death.
he's got no legs, so obviously he doesn't get tired. You fuckwit.
He had those springy legs. I'd fucking run fast with those as well.
She's got that springy prosthetic dick. I
Yeah,
can't keep up.
it's fucking cheating.
What about that fucking rant you went on on that time with Jamie in the car.
Oh, which
About
one?
fucking Amy having coming out with the fucking 12-inch dildo with the clit vibrator on it, and you're just like, how the fuck am I supposed to compete with that?
Oh yeah, that's right there. When I got my
it's like, it's got the fucking
when
feel on
I
the
was
end of it and
when I was
everything.
first having
you're just
sex.
like, my
Yeah,
dick don't do that. Like,
Yeah.
It's like I don't fucking outdo you and bring home some pocket pussy that fucking jerks me off and just be like, yeah, I just use this on the weekends.
Yeah.
You come around, you're like, how the fuck?
It's like I thought I had a big dick, and all of a sudden she whips this out. I'm like, I am so insecure right now. It's like I just don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Bring out some fucking machine that cooks bacon and eggs, and you can fuck it.
Bitch like that one.
You've been replaced.
You got me.
And I was saying, like, what I'm going to do is I'm going to I'm going to grow my pubes out. I'm going to gel it, like, into that hook thing. So it's like good to climb. So I shake it around when I'm inside on.
So anyway, that's what I've been watching. This couple that fucks random chicks up the butt with a strap on.
Always the butt stuff with this guy.
Always with the butt stuff with this guy. What about you, Jolsen?
Oh, mate, I've just done the house has been pretty full these couple of weeks, so got like a sneaky 5 minutes. Had to have a tug in the shower, basically.
Just shower wanks, man.
Oh,
They're
man.
the worst.
Oh, it is the worst. It's just
Do
like...
you put your arm up against the wall?
No,
That's what I gotta
I
do.
sit down.
He's got tinea in his arsehole. Can't figure out why.
I sit down the shampoo bottle and jack myself off.
That's just sad.
I know. It's so depressing. It's like when you live with your mother and your brother, it's just like, and I deny to get my dick out and have a wank when they're in the house. There's no way. It just weirds me out. So whenever I get like 5 minutes to myself, then it's like, all right, it's like SEAL Team 6, just like fucking organize this shit, just get straight into the objective and then get the deed done and get out. And it's
I
just
used
like,
to have like loud phone sex with my ex-girlfriend back in the day with Tom like across the hallway from me. He
Oh,
could
man.
hear me talking to her. Like,
it's
yeah,
like
you
me,
fucking
yeah.
like that slut? Yeah, yeah.
Jaden's dealt with a lot.
a lot is not even close to what you're trying to say.
Your beds shared the same wall.
For many years.
And you think there's like a standing ovation going on in there? And someone's making macaroni and cheese. Just like...
That was great.
Oh man.
That undid me too. That was great.
Oh, I've got tears in your eyes.
I like to fuck fast.
Pound Town, there you go. Just record Ethan fucking and it'll get you off your rocks.
Wow.
Yeah, but it's not good when it's your brother. Oh, it's like that scene with Forrest Gump where like the dude comes out. He's like, boy, son, your mum sure does care about your schooling. Every single time I hear it, I just want to yell out, like open up the window and just because Shaz is going off. Yeah. It's like fucking Shaz. Like, get her a ball gag.
To be fair, I do try and muffle up.
You fucking killed me.
Get some duct tape and wrap it around the back of the head.
Oh my God.
All the way around.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Who knew that'd be what fucking triggered him?
Oh, when it's like 12:30 at night and you're coming down off weed. You got the backy withdrawals, you're sweating your ass off.
You
Is
just
that gonna deal with this shit?
Here on
Haven't
the mac
slept
and
in 2
cheese.
days when you're listening to that. Yeah.
To be fair, it doesn't go for long.
Yeah.
You're a sprinter.
Oh man.
What's your favorite of the week, Ethan?
Just been making macaroni and cheese.
Yeah, nice. Do
Yeah.
you want to weigh in, Jay?
I've been too busy. I just fucking, same as you. Fucking
What, shampoo bowl in the ass in the shower sitting down?
Yeah, nah, just fucking, yeah.
Oh
Nah,
fuck.
and I found too that like if I jerk off, it like takes away your gains for when you're skating. You just don't go as hard.
No fat for skating.
Are you telling me that you're comparing your jizz
You need the fuel.
to rocket fuel?
Yeah, pretty much.
It is though. I've had days where I wake up in the morning, I jack off,
Either's
and
like-
I get nothing done.
Yeah, you
Ethan's
do.
like, it is though. I eat his cum and I'm like, come out of my bedroom doing backflips. It's fucking crazy.
You should be bottling that shit up and selling it. If it makes you skate better.
Yeah, it honestly does though.
That was the secret to
I get
Tony
a lot
Hawk's
more
career.
Jaden Smith's term.
That's the true meaning of Space Jam.
Oh shit.
Space Jam is just cum in a fucking vial. It's just water. No, it's cum.
Oh man. All right, I think that's the podcast, guys.
Pod?
Yeah, let's fucking leave it on a high note. That was great.
No
Thanks,
worries.
thanks for coming on. This is a lot of fun.
Yeah. Cheers. All right.
Time.
See you guys. Have a good one. Bye. Love you.
Bye.
Mm.